Inverse function. Let us try to understand how to solve multiple choice questions quickly for inverse of a function. The question before us is inverse of the function f of x equals to minus 1 plus square root x is what? And we are given 6 choices. I'd like you to pause the video, answer, and then look into my suggestion. Well, as we know, inverse of square root function should be a quadratic function. There are, however, two parts to this. Now, quadratic function, when you do square root, you get plus and minus, both the signs. Now here we have only one sign. That means our quadratic function is restricted. Okay, so we'll do two things. One, we'll find the quadratic function which is inverse of this function, and second is we'll look into the domain range part, right? So we are given function as y equals to minus 1 plus square root of x. To find inverse, let us swap x and y. So we get x equals to minus 1 plus square root of y. Now we get x plus 1 equals to square root of y, or when we square it, we get x plus 1 whole square equals to y. So x plus 1 whole square equals to y is indeed a correct equation for the inverse of this function. As we can see, that is there for all the cases. Great. Now let's look into the domain and range part of this. Now, in the function, what is the domain of the function? So the domain is that x should be greater than equal to 0. And how about range? Range is, it is minus 1. So it is translated 1 unit down and it moves upward. So y is greater than equals to minus 1. Now when you do inverse, then what happens? Domain and range swaps, right? So the domain of the inverse will become x greater than equal to minus 1, and the range will become y greater than equal to 0. So for inverse function, what is going to be the domain and range? It will swap, right? So the range and domain will be kind of like this. Domain becomes this part, that is x is greater than equals to minus 1. And the range becomes the other part, right? This swap, y is greater than equal to 0. So that is the inverse of our functions. That is a restriction on the function, okay? So which one matches? X greater than equal to minus 1. So amongst all this, part B is x greater than equal to minus 1. And therefore, that is our answer. Do you understand? Now, we have taken time to solve this since we wanted to understand the concept, but you could do it very quickly. That is, first find domain range of the function itself. Domain is x greater than equal to 0 and the range is y greater than equal to minus 1. Since the inverse, we swap x and y, domain and range will swap, and therefore we are looking for a domain of greater than equal to minus 1. Amongst all these options, the only option is B, so that is our answer. So we could have quickly jumped into that question also. But it's always a good part to always check the function also. So function will be plus 1 and square, so that works. X plus 1 and square. So it is indeed the right answer, right? And I hope you understand and appreciate how we can quickly get the right answer from a multiple choice question on inverse function. I hope that helps. Thanks and all the best.